Good afternoon everyone. Now today's we are going to start fundamentals of Java. So these are the basics of Java which we are going to discuss, and before we start further, just recall the previous things which we have discussed. In the previous class we have discussed about the translator. Basically the translator are used to translate high level language into machine code. Under translator we have discussed about the compiler and interpreter as well as assembler. Basically in Java we use compiler and interpreter both. Basically the compiler and interpreter both are used to convert the high level program into the machine code, whereas in Java compiler is used to convert your source code that is in the high level language and convert it into the low level language, but it converts the whole program at once, whereas in interpreter converts your program line by line into the machine code, right? Line by line. That is why interpreter is more reliable in comparison of compiler, because the compiler is a fast process. That is why it is less reliable in comparison of interpreter. Now just focus on these fundamentals of Java. So first of all, whenever you are going to start programming in any language, so the basic things, the basic requirement is the character set. Without the character set we cannot work in any programming language. So what are the character sets? The character set is a defined list of characters recognized by a language. Means these are the characters which the language can easily understand. It is comprised of alphabets, the capital alphabets A to Z or the small alphabet A to Z. Now the digits, that is 0 to 1, 0 to 9, and the special symbols like question mark, percent, dollar, hash, at the rate, plus, minus, subtraction. There are so many special symbols are present. So using these things, means without alphabet, without digit, without the symbols, we cannot imagine to write any program in any language. So the basic requirement for any language is the character set, right? So now let's move further. The next one is the ASCII code. Now what are the ASCII code? Basically the ASCII code stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It consumes 1 byte in memory. See, earlier you have done C++ and before that we have done BASIC also. In all the languages, in BASIC also ASCII codes were there, and in the C++ also, here also. So these are the fixed code, predefined code, where all the alphabet, the capital alphabet A to Z having the specific numeric value, that is known as ASCII code, and that is here 65 to 90. That means the capital A stands for 65, capital B stands for 66, so on like this, Z equals to 90. Now in small a to Z, the ASCII codes are 97, 98 till 122. Like this, we are having the specific ASCII codes for digits also, that is 48, 49, 50 till 57. And now we are having the ASCII code of blank also, that is 32. So these ASCII codes are predefined, that is fixed in all the languages, and there are around 128 ASCII codes available in all the languages, whether it is BASIC, whether it is C++, whether it is Java. So now let's move further. The next important part is here in Java is Unicode character set. Basically Java uses the Unicode character set. Unicode stands for the universal code. As you know, the name is universal. That means it contains all the symbols which we use around the whole world. Means basically these consumes 2 bytes in memory. Unicode is an international character set designed to represent all the characters found in languages around the world, such as English, Hindi, French, etc. The first 128 characters in the Unicode's character set are the same as those of the ASCII character set. So the ASCII codes are already present in the Unicode. That is why these are known as universal code. That is, internationally all the languages symbols are available in this Unicode. Basically Unicode, there are around 65,000 536 Unicodes available, and each Unicode